Hmm. I think, honestly, it's just it's just a weird feeling that you
Mm,
can't really describe or put in words because it's so surreal.
mm,
You know, I'll be driving and I'll just be like, wait, is this really my life? Like,
mm-hmm.
is this my life? You know, but at the same time, it comes with it comes with its disadvantages. You
Mm,
know, um, funny enough, even when I was in the house, I always told people like, I think I'm gonna go back to my normal life. Like I was so
mm.
convinced that my life, or at least some part of it, is gonna be normal. And that was a lie. That was a lie. Everything just changes like a whole new world.
Mm. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, so how do you adjust to your new reality? That's really the conversation, right? How do you go from just being a journalist, working your ass off to get to where you are, going on a reality show where everybody is judging you, everyone is watching your every move, then win that reality show and come out to the world? Like, how do you adjust to your new reality?
I think you just, take it as it comes. Take it a day at a time. Just like how I moved in the house. There were days I didn't want to be there. There were days I didn't want to get up. But I found ways to make it through those days. So it's the same, even on the outside, especially this week, because I mean, it's been exactly 7 days since I left
Mm.
the house.
Yeah.
So it's been really hard. Each day came with its own challenges, and I'm just trying to take it a day at a time. Because I
Yeah.
promise you, if I try to do less than that, I will go crazy. I will literally go mad. You see me picking up papers and mopping grass. Every I swear.
Yeah.
Mm.
So there's this video that came out after you won where we saw your
Wow.
parents celebrating and just
Oh,
thanking
yes.
God
Mm.
that their daughter, achieved this. So how are your family? How are your parents dealing with everything?
Whoa.
What was the conversation like with them when you finally got a chance to speak to them?
That's the sad part. My parents were in the state because I mean my parents stay in a different state, like in a different
Mm,
province. So they came all the way for the show. I didn't even think they were gonna come. I thought they were just gonna watch me on TV. So
mm,
they came all the way, and obviously they were somewhere where they were watching me because we're not at studio
mm-hmm,
I thought I was gonna see them. I thought like immediately I'm gonna get off stage and be with them and all of that. But they had to leave the state before we could meet. So I haven't seen my parents. They
wow.
tried to delay a little bit, but I was so busy. There was literally no time for me to meet my parents and like hug them and just tell them how much I miss them and just
Mm,
hear them telling me in person how proud they are. So I haven't had that opportunity. Even on the phone,
mm,
every time my mom calls me, I'm in the middle of something. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Oh, so it's been really tricky. We haven't really had a moment, and I can imagine how she's feeling. Because
yeah,
before I went into the house, I am the oldest daughter in my family. So
yeah.
me and my mom were very close, and we used to have like all types of chit chats and gossip and stuff like that. And
Mm,
suddenly that's just taken away from her. I
yeah.
can just imagine how that is. Even my dad, I think I've spoken to my dad once. Worse, I've spoken to my dad once, and she was just like trying to check up on me, and I told him like I'm good. Like he could even hear that I'm not fully in the conversation because I was in the middle of something. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's the sad part about all of this. Yeah.
I know, but you must know that they're proud of you. They're
Yeah,
proud of everything you've
no,
come.
no. To be honest with you, my parents have always been proud of me
Mm,
because from a young age they've always known how determined and focused and strong I am.
mm,
So this, I don't think they thought I could achieve this, but always known that I'm gonna be successful, even if it wasn't in people's eyes, like, coming with
Yeah.
fame and all of that. They've always known that I'm gonna be successful. I don't think there's a part of my life where I stressed my parents out.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah, but
mean,
this was something else.
this is something else. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not, we could tell, even while you were on the show, we could tell that it seemed like in every aspect of your life, you've always been determined to win at it. Whether it's modeling, whether it's journalism, whether it's just doing your thing on TikTok. So it's very interesting, to watch everything play out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. I guess
Yeah.
that is very much true. Yeah.
I want to ask you about something you mentioned in the house. You talked about, leaving home at 16 and,
17.
going into
Yeah.
the world 17. Yeah. So tell
Mhm.
me how was that like for you? Leaving home, the kind of mindset you had and what you went through.
Um, I think I was just done with being a baby or a child. I think I was ready for the world, and I just couldn't wait to be independent and do things by myself. And I was really determined to finish school, get a scholarship, and move to a different state and try life by myself. Because I've always known that my parents can't always protect me and be there for me. So I wanted to learn to survive by myself. So yeah, it was just something I strongly felt it had to be done. And to be honest with you, I think that was the best decision ever because it contributed a lot to the person I am. I was determined to do it. I went for it. I did it. It wasn't easy, but it was worth it. The way I'm so independent and I'm just able to do things by myself, I think it was called for.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So now that you've come out of the house, you're kind of like
Yeah.
going through the motion. So you're definitely seeing stuff, you've heard stuff. What would you say is the greatest misconception you've read or seen about yourself since you've come out of the house?
That I'm ugly. I was like, what? Who's ugly?
Mm-hmm.
Ciao. I'm a lot of things but ugly. So
Yeah,
I saw that and was like, wow, okay. And like, to be honest with you, at the same time, I just always like, I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny. I remember there was a time in the house I was telling people like, you know what? Every time people see me in person, they'll always like, you look better in person. Cause maybe I'm going on a date with someone and they're looking at my Instagram, whatever. I'm thinking I have the best pictures out there, and then when they meet me, they're like, wow, pictures don't do you justice. I did not think the whole entire cameras would paint that narrative, But yeah, that one was definitely like hilarious. I was like, wow, really? Yeah. But yeah, I don't think anything else. Oh, yes. Let me tell you what else shocked me. I did not know there was a whole community literally protecting me. There was a whole kingdom.
Khosi reigns. Khosi reigns.
I don't think.
Okay.
I was like, what? Who started this movement? There's a whole movement that stood by me, protected me, fought for me at all times, and I had no idea.
Yeah.
I had no idea. So when I came out, I didn't have my phone for a couple of days, and I heard like people were trying to tell me it didn't make sense to me. They're like, yeah, you have fans. They call Khosi Reigns. I'm like, Khosi what?
The funny thing, when you came out, you did say that on stage. You said you can't believe that people voted for you. That you want to ask them why did they vote for you?
Exactly. So you can imagine then on top of that, you winning, to find out that people actually out there rooting for you, and then you discover that those people have built a community that they came together to make sure that not only your brand moves forward, but you are protected from all the negativity. It was literally mind-blowing. This day, Khosi Rain, honestly, I don't know if everyone says this about,
like,
you know...
I think she's getting a call. It kind of was, it was rolling for a minute there. Yeah, it's back.
Okay. Right. So when I saw how much they loved and protected me, man. And can I tell you something?
Yeah, go ahead.
I hear there are people trolling me and there's trolls happening. I'm just not a social media person like that, you know. I do what I gotta do and then I just bounce out. I don't spend much time on social media, so I don't really know what's happening that much on social media. Maybe once things just maybe settled and I have more time on my hand, maybe I'll have some time to spend on social media. But when I hear that people are trolling me, that surprises me, because when I go on social media, I just see love. I just see love. And it just clicked to me that the Khosi Rains, they see the negativity that comes with maybe certain things I do or say. And then they just bombard that negativity with love and positivity. And when I show up on social media, I just see nice things. And to be honest with you, I don't... that one means the world to me, because I only hear about the trolls, but I don't see them. And I know that's only because there are people who are like, we're going to protect you from this. Amazing. Amazing.
Amazing. Well, a lot of the Khosi Rains have been bombarding me, okay? Asking me, when is King Khosi coming to Nigeria? They want to shower you with love. They want to watch you do your thing. So can you please answer Khosi Rain so they can stop bombarding me, guys? So tell us, when are you coming to Nigeria?
No, I'm definitely coming to Nigeria. Without a doubt, I'm coming to Nigeria. Just that my team is trying to work things out so that when I come to Nigeria, everything sort of like aligns. All my projects aligns. So I'm definitely coming. They don't have to worry about that at all. And this weekend, I know Khosi Rains in Nigeria threw a whole party to celebrate my win. There's just no way. There's just no way I'm not going to come to Nigeria. I wanted to come to Nigeria before the show. At some point in my life, I wanted to, after I finished secondary school, I wanted to further my studies in Nigeria. I looked into it and I was considering Nigeria. So I don't think it's a matter of question at this point. Like, I'm definitely coming to Nigeria. And when I was in the house, it's just a matter of when, but it's in the books. We're working on it.
Okay, fantastic. Now I want to talk a bit about Good Deeds. Like, what inspired you to start that organization?
Oh,
what inspired you?
You see, now when you talk about Good Deeds, it's like the whole energy shifts, because that's my baby. That's sort of like, I feel like everyone has a purpose in life, and I feel like charity and giving back is my purpose. I feel like I've been placed on this earth to make people's life better. It has always felt like a calling. So when I started Good Deeds in 2017, it was because of that. I knew I had to start it, but I just kept thinking, no, I need the right amount of money. I need sponsorship. I need partnership. You know, I had excuses until one day I was like, you know what? All I have to do is start, and everything else, I'll figure it out along the way. Going to Big Brother, I knew that this is it for me, not only to do well and help in my country, but the rest of the continent. And what makes me so happy is how I've gotten invitations from different countries in Africa
Oh.
because of good deeds. And they telling me we have this, we have that. We would like for you to come. I mean, you're into this. Yeah, I think that's the biggest win I got from Big Brother.
That's amazing, Khosi. That's amazing.
Mm.
Because I remember when you were in the house, and I think you mentioned it once, and we went to your TikTok and we saw you, packing it, cooking it. It was so refreshing to see you, do that. And it kind of seemed like a therapeutic thing for you as well, because it was wonderfully done, I must say.
Yeah,
So, so
yeah.
that's amazing.
I didn't like taking content because I got a lot of criticism from that, because people always felt like if you're gonna do something, you don't have to take videos, you don't have to do this, you know what I mean? But I realized that actually people do a lot of terrible things on the internet to other people. You know what I mean? We do need something that's nice, something that will make you smile, something that would lift, some spirit. So I was like, nah, man, I can't believe I stopped doing this just because some people felt a certain way. It's something beautiful. It's something that needs to be shared. And when I posted that video, it was unfortunate that, because I think that day, Christmas Day, a few days after that, that's when Big Brother told me that I might make it in the house. And during that time, I had already gotten a few people who wanted to jump on board and help. And that's the whole point of also sharing content when you're doing charity, because you never know who could offer a helping hand. So I delayed myself because I was concerned about people saying, oh, you're doing charity work and you bring your camera, and it really delayed me a lot.
Wow. Well, I'm glad that you decided to put the video out, because I agree, when you scroll through the timeline and you see a lot going on and you see good stuff, positive stuff, it does inspire people. And I think that you should just continue doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you some questions about, things that happen in the house, right? So one thing that I wanted to know is, we saw you in the diary room discuss or other people say about you, right? And a lot of the times, us as viewers, when we're watching, we know this person is saying this, but we're thinking, does Khosi know, right? So a little time will pass and you speak on it and we're like, so Khosi knows, right? So how were you able to hear things about yourself that was negative or not accurate and ignore them and not confront people and not have that conversation? And why did you decide to do that? How were you able to do that? Why did you decide to do that?
Right. Now, let me tell you something. When God is preparing a table for you, I think He already knows the challenges that you might come across. And you think and reason differently. Right. So, my thing is, being in that house, I knew I had a bigger picture. I knew the bigger picture. And I remembered why I was there. And I knew that it was only by God's grace, if we're being honest, Shem. You know what I mean? It wasn't by my own power and how amazing I was. I made it to the house because of God's grace. And I have to remember that every single time. And I always felt like He was preparing me for something big. I always, even when me and Mirko were going through some stuff, I'll tell him, bruh, there's got to be something bigger on the other side. There's no way we could be going through this in this house. He's preparing us for something. So whatever came my way, I was like, okay, the bigger I imagine, the blessing to be. So I was like, okay, something big must be coming, because I can't be going through this. And I never really understood people who are concerned about certain things, because I honestly believe I stayed in my lane, because there's something about staying in your lane. It's like when you're driving. You see, when you're driving and there's 4 lanes. You see when you start driving on other people's lanes, or you start driving in the middle of the line and it's not really clear where you're going, you might cause an accident and you might die. So it's the same with life. Just knowing where you're going and staying in your lane. I think that leads to much bigger things in life. So that's what I did in the house. Like,
they're making connections in the house.
Yeah.
A lot of us viewers were saying, well, she has someone outside. Why is she, making ultimatums, or why does she want to pursue something or build connections, right?
Yeah.
So the thing is, you could have decided to not say that at all and just continued with your connections, and it wouldn't have been an issue. But you decided to say that. It would have been less of a problem. So why did you decide to disclose that when you could have easily not, and not gotten any flack for that?
Well, it was the truth. I wasn't gonna lie.
I mean, not lie, but not disclose that. Not say anything about that, because as the show progressed, we found out other people had connections as well outside.
Yeah. But that was their own concern. They wanted to lie. They want to lie. It was. I feel like it was the truth. And going into the house, I didn't have plans to be in a relationship or whatever. Going into the house, I just wanted to. I knew it was a once in a lifetime opportunity, and I didn't want to come out and be like, "Ish, I should have done things like this." I just wanted to be myself, and whether that comes with a win or a lose, but at least I was myself. So Miracle asked me the same thing. It was like, "But why would you do that? Like, that doesn't make sense." It was the truth. What happened after that? I had no plans. I really had no plans to be in any type of situationships and stuff like that. But I knew that I'm gonna be honest, because I was one of the last people. I think I was the third last or second last person to speak and tell the whole house about themselves. So you had to say like a small introduction of who you are, what you do and stuff, and then answer if you are single or you are taken or you are, you know what I mean? So I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely in a relationship. It's very, very deep. It's 4 years. Yeah. Hey, after that, what happened? It was kind of out of my control, and I didn't want to. I'm the type of person, like, I'm gonna leave in the moment. Like, I'm gonna leave in the moment, because any day could be your last one. So if I'm gonna try and do things to please the next person, and I go to bed by myself, I have to deal with me. That doesn't make any sense, because at the end of the day, when you die, people are gonna go bury you and they're gonna move on. That's the truth. So now, if you're gonna continue live the rest of your life, live your whole entire 25 years to please other people, it's going to be a problem. So I think I had the same mentality in the house. And also the type of relationship I was in, it made sense, because it was an open relationship. So it didn't make sense for me to be too uptight to second think anything if I knew that it was kind of like an open relationship type of situation.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. Now you brought up Miracle, our partner, Khosi to the world. So there was a point in the game where that was after Ibuka did the whole table shaking, right? And and Miracle was kind of like Ibuka. Miracle was kind of like, why are you still with him? Why are you still going in this direction? And you were like, when it comes to Yemi, I can handle myself. I know what I'm doing. And that was after Ibuka shook the table, after you found out about everything. What did you mean by that? King Khosi, what did you mean by that?
I knew exactly what I was doing. First, I saw how he was moving, but I really did like him. That's not a lie. I liked him, and he knew that. So I was just like, okay, I like this boy, and me breaking up with him or just leaving him is not going to work because we're in the same house. So I need to be
Right.
smart about it. I need to move on before I break things off. You know what I mean? Like, sort of like, um, move on emotionally and just accept that, okay, this situation is not what I want it to be before saying it. You know what I
Mm.
mean?
Right.
So, like, what he was doing, I saw him, I was watching him, like, okay, that's fine. You can do you. I'm gonna let you do you, but I'm also gonna do me, and it's gonna be like level ground. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case. You know,
Right.
he started feeling some type of way, and I had already, I had already like thought about everything.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So at that point, were you like, okay, since he seems like now, you've checked out a bit, and he at that point started, I won't say applying pressure, but became more committed. So when he was doing all of that, how did you feel about that? Were you saying, okay, let's see where this goes, or were you still in the at the point of I've already checked out, or should we let me see how it plays out for you?
No, see, when he wanted to change, um, when he so so when that happened, I was very confused because I thought I know like how to go around with the whole thing, but when he did that, I was like, damn. Now how do I know this is real? Because I was trying to be ahead of him, but like I was like, what if he's doing this to be ahead of me? You know?
Mm,
So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take some time to give him a chance because if he's faking this, he's not gonna be able to fake it for long.
right.
So that, yeah. So that's what was happening. It was just like trying to really see if he's really trying to commit and make things work, or he's just trying to be a few steps ahead in the game.
Mm,
Yeah. So I was just like, okay, let me just see how things are going. Is this really what it's presented to be, or because if it was true, I'm gonna be honest with you, things wouldn't have ended the way they did. Like it would have been a different story. It's like I can sense it. It's like I can sense like you're doing things behind my back. And it's cool. I'm gonna figure it out
mm.
and move around it.
Okay. Okay. So let's close that. Where are you guys at now? Have you spoken after the show, or is it like radio silence?
I mean, I don't think we have any grudges against each other. I think I think we both understand that like life just happens and sometimes things don't go your way.
Right.
So I wouldn't say there's any bad feelings or grudges
Of course not.
or hatred towards one another. I think well, I hope he understands that I wish him all the best. And if at some point he was hurt, it wasn't my intention,
Okay.
because I mean, at the end of the day, I had a feeling that it was a game, and there was a lot of playing in the game, and what sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
Right. Right.
So, guys, I believe you guys have heard everything that she said. She said that she'll be coming to Nigeria, and she also said that most of the things she heard about her is that people keep telling her or talking about her saying that she is ugly. Wow, guys, I believe you guys have watched everything, you have heard everything that she said. And if you watch this video to this very moment, leave your opinion in the comment section. Tell us your mind, what you think about this video, and subscribe, turn on your post notifications so that you get notified anytime I come back to drop a new video. I'll see you guys after this one. Bye for now.